I was so stupid. But hi guys. Yeah, yeah. I know it smells like consistency and I'm liking it and I'm glad that y'all are enjoying it too. Today I will be doing a story time. I will be telling you a story of how I ran away from home when I was 16. Yes, I ran away from home when I was 16. And I'll be taking my braids out too. I hope I'm not cutting my hair. So if you're ready, let us begin. So when I was 16 years, yeah, I was 16. I ran away from home, guys. See, growing up here, I feel like, especially in my mid teens, I was a very troubled teenager. And honestly, me and my mom were having a lot of issues then. I remember sometimes she'd just be like, "You pack your things, I'll go and take it, I'll go and give it to your father's people." And I'd be like, but then we used to have a lot of issues when I was in my meetings, my mom and I. I was very rebellious too. And sometimes if I just have some kind of flashbacks, I'll just be like, God, please, you are going to give me a daughter, please. Don't give me a daughter like me. I wasn't an easy person to live with. So one time, I don't even remember what exactly happened, but we just had this quarrel thing, and I was just like, you know what? I'm tired. Because this woman is seeing me. That's why. Let me just go. So I didn't even carry any clothes. I didn't even carry any other thing. I just left. She thought maybe I just walked out of the house to get some fresh air and stuff like that. It was like 30 minutes, 1 hour later, that I now dawned on her that, hey, I'm not inside this compound. Though. That's when she now started calling me and calling me and calling me and calling me. But me, I didn't even know. I was just prepared to leave. Like, I was just going to go anyhow. I was like, let me go and start life. Say, how hard can it be to just go and start life? How hard can it be for me to just go and start my life somewhere? I was so stupid. God. Because now that I think about it, what the hell was I thinking? How was I even thinking that I could start my life? Like, with what? I was I wrote jam that year. I was looking for admission in University of Benin then. I was going to survive, but I just felt like it can't really be that hard. Back to what I was saying. Then I now left the house. First, I went to one of my friends' place. She used to that time she had gotten admission to Federal University Lokoja, but she was waiting to resume. So she was working in this phone shop as like a sales manager or something like that. Hey. So I went there and then I sat down there with her for a while. And then she's like, this one that you're here this long today, what happened? Because I used to go there normally. Then I told her that I ran away from home. And then she's like, why will you run away from home? Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I'm tired of staying with my mom. My mom is stressing me. And then she's not like go back home, all those kind of things. And I'm like, okay, I hear I'll go back home. And then she escorts me and I take bike. And she made sure that I told the bike man the address of my house before I left. So when I now climbed the bike, I now told the bike man that I was not going to that place. I told him that she just drop me anywhere. Yes, I now stopped. I don't even know where I stopped. I can't really remember where I stopped, but I know I just stopped somewhere. Guys. Then I now started I just started trekking. I was just walking on the road like one I was just walking because where was I going to? I don't even know. Then I thought about going to an orphanage. Yes. I thought about going to an orphanage and telling them that my wicked stepmother pursued me from Then I now thought instead of going to an orphanage, I should go to Red Cross Society. So Red Cross Society, there if you stay in Lokoja, Red Cross Society, their office is in Superb. I think so. I think that's where their office was. So I already exhausted the money that was with me. So it was the last transport fare that I used to go to like the Red Cross Society office. And I got there, and to my shock, they don't close. Now I had no money with me. I couldn't go back home because I had pride, obviously, and I was being stubborn. I felt like I didn't need my mom. I can make it out. I can find a way and I will survive in this life. Then I now started walking on the road. I was just walking on the road, just walking. Then my mom called my aunt to ask if I was at their place because she thought maybe I just left the house and went to my aunt's place. And my mom called my aunt to ask if I was at their place. Now that I think about it, I could have just gone there. You understand? I still stayed there for a few days before I go back home. But stupid me, cause I this guy was really stupid. My aunt said that I wasn't at their place. Then my aunt now called one of my uncle. He's not my uncle, it's my mom's uncle, more like a grandfather to me. Now called that one to know if I was at their place. Then he now said I wasn't at their place. You guys will not even believe what he now even went on. Like what he now even said further after saying I wasn't at their place. He said I ran to my boyfriend's house. Like I probably have a boyfriend somewhere that I've always wanted to go to his place, and I was just looking for opportunity to go to my boyfriend's place. And so I took this opportunity and I went to my boyfriend's place that they should leave me. And maybe if I get pregnant and I see the consequences of what I just did, I will come back. What boyfriend? Like, so okay, let's even imagine that I even went to my boyfriend's place. A child run away from home, a child is missing, and that's the first thing that came to your mind. Like I was saying, and then I continued watching. Omo, I checked that day. Oh, Jesus, you don't even want to know. I trekked that day. If you stay in Lokoja, just know that I trekked from Subeb. Subeb is around that NTA office. That's like that roundabout after GRA. Yes, never far from my house. I trekked from that Subeb office till I got to Natako. I checked for hours. I was just walking. I didn't even know what I was going to do. I was like, okay, as I'm just going, if I just see any orphanage home, I'll just go there. I just told them I don't have anywhere to go to. I was just walking, but I was so determined not to go back home. I got tired, but there was nowhere for me to sit down. I just kept on trekking. Then I now reached that new is it New Market? Yeah, it was New Market then. If you turn to the left, you'd be going towards Felele. If you turn to the right, you'd be going towards Natako. And I just turned towards Natako Road. But not because I was planning on going towards Natako. I just turned towards Natako Road because I saw one Aboki guy. My phone was low because they've been calling me, and they had already run down my battery. So I just saw this Aboki that had this shed and they used to charge phone there, and you'd pay to charge phone there. So I went there and I told him I wanted to charge my phone, and he told me he will soon close. I suppose is about to finish. And then I'm like, I don't have money because I didn't have any money left on me again. And I'm like, I don't have money to pay. And then he's like, I should not worry, that I should just charge the phone. That since it's about to close, no problem. So I now charged my phone there a bit. My phone just like charged barely. And before you know it, his gen went off and he said he was going. So I just walked further a bit and I saw this barbing salon, and I just entered the barbing salon and I sat down there. It was in the night. The barber guy was shocked. But the guy was kind enough and he asked me what did I want, and I told him my phone was low. I want to charge my phone, and he gave me his charger. So I started charging my phone. But then he now asked me if I was coming from Abuja or I was going to Abuja this night because What would somebody be doing in the night? Then my mom called me. Different people were just calling me. My family members were just calling. Then there's this uncle that I have. He's late now. Do you understand? He's no
Stay
longer
with it.
alive.
You don't need to water it down. No one else has the same story. Stay with it.
I remember when like everybody was like calling me and everybody was like scolding me and telling me to like go back home and everything like that. But then he called me, he texted me, and he started apologizing to me. And he told me that he understands that it can be hard sometimes, staying home with parents. But
Stay with it, please.
he was just telling me that I should not be angry at my mom for anything, that this was like her first time being a mother and she was learning, and we were both learning, and we should learn to like understand ourselves and just overcome our differences. And then he called my mom too. And then he called my mom too. Like after that incident, me and my mom stopped having issues because of the situation, like the way he handled everything. I know you're wondering why I'm crying. It's because my uncle is dead. He died in December of that year. He was like a dad to me, and he was like, I should go back home. So that was when I now like spoke to the Baba guy, and he said that since he was about to close, he would put me on bike and he would pay the fare that would take me home. Then he asked for my mom's number, and then he called my mom. Then he told my mom that my mom should not be angry at me. So he now like put me on his bike and I went back home. I probably go home like around 1 a.m. or so. And then I go home like around 1, and immediately the bike like got to my gate. My mom was waiting for me in front of my gate. Like she had been standing there right from when the guy called her when I was in Natako that I was coming back. And immediately I got back home, she didn't even. I thought like maybe she was going to react in a very harsh way, and instead she just like hugged me and told me she was sorry. She went inside the house and she went inside to sleep, and I was just in the parlor, and then I texted my uncle and I told him that I'd gotten home, and then he told me that I should not bother myself too much, and I apologized to him and I told him I'm sorry I ran away from home, and he told me that I should not apologize, that I should just me and my mom should just focus on improving our relationship, that it's not like we hated each other, because honestly me and my mom were really close, we were really close normally, but feel like we're just entering each other's eyes at the time. We're just having a lot of issues, and don't run away from home. I was just lucky that that day I just met good people. The Aboki man that allowed me charge my phone for free at his shed. Then the Baba guy that was also a very nice person. It was 12 a.m. in the night. He would have closed around 10, 11, but because of me, he stayed there till like that time. And he and my uncle, my late uncle, they were able to like convince me to like go back home. And I went back home. That's the end of my story. Hey, God, oh, see my face. Jesus. I'll see you in my next video.
You don't need to water it down. No one else has the same story.